Even if you listen to the last segment with Jake, everything that was just talked about is not on the minds of independent voters in America. They are focused on the things that are affecting their families, first and foremost. Has my child actually caught up from being locked out of schools for 2 years? Is fentanyl, which is a major issue in so many communities around our country, is the president going to do the job of securing our border and stopping the drug cartels from having operational control of our southern border? Are we going to maintain the dollar as the world's reserve currency while China's trying to negotiate around the United States? Inflation, yes, the year-over-year number is trending down, but the impact of inflation on the American family has completely devalued their wages over the last 2 years. Those are the things that really matter to Americans.
Yeah, those are the things that matter to Americans. And yet that's not the stuff that they were talking about at the time. Are you shocked? Are you shocked? Nope. We're going to dive into that a little more deeper here in a little bit. But, I mean, I still think, I maintain, and I have a piece that'll be forthcoming. I think he should have passed on it. I mean, here you've got Title 42, which we knew it was going to sunset today. I'm trying to think how long ago? Yeah. Forever ago? Years?
Well, since Biden took off.
Yeah, and we knew the Comb repressor was coming this week, last week. And I know have participated in a CNN town hall before. I know a little something about them. And also being that, and I worked with CNN as a token conservative for a while. I know a little something about, they could have run regular programming, and Trump really didn't have to go on. He did not have to go on. He could have run regular programming. And it could have, I don't think that you jump in front of any kind of, when you have a huge scandal dropping on your political opponent, that's not the time that you jump in front of him to soften the hit by doing this town hall like this, honestly. So welcome to the program. Dana Loesch here with you, your lovable curmudgeon. And we could have been talking about Biden. All the headlines could have been about Biden family corruption today. Instead, because they dropped it yesterday. Instead, what do we have? Over and over again. Yeah, that's what we have. Also, too, they've been trying to get us to care. So, okay, I have two pieces coming at you if you sign up for the newsletter, chapter and verse over at Substack. The first piece that I have is about the Trump town hall thing. The second piece is sort of a mashup of a few things, and one of those is I don't care about George Santos. I really don't. Am I supposed to? Am I supposed to care? Are you going to tell me I'm a bad person? I don't care. Do you know why I don't care? Because I don't. I don't care because he is a minor, corrupt, I guess, player. I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty. They're trying to deflect from everything with the Bidens by going, but look, George Santos, the guy who, and I'm not saying this to be mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he gives me Duckface from Full House vibes. You know what I'm saying? That one kid who wore the sweater vest all the time, like even when it was like a summer episode. I mean, I just get those vibes. And so I just don't see why I should care. And so I'm writing about this. I'm sending this out as part of several things. Because this whole thing with the Santos case, I mean, last night I was preparing to steam some graduation gowns because we have I have two boys graduating 6 days apart in my house. And I'm steaming graduation gowns and having to make decisions about concrete. And I had way too many Chewy Sweethearts and dragging a little bit today. That was my party. What happened to you, Dana? I said I had half a box of Chewy Sweethearts. I haven't had sugar in forever. I binged on half a box of Chewy Sweethearts and I'm dying. That's my version of a hangover. Once you hit 40, it's like you get a hangover from eating too many Chewy Sweethearts. And I was looking at all the social media video of George Santos getting mobbed in New York City yesterday. He got hit with 13 felonies, including wire fraud, money laundering, and he was spending donor money on some sweet designer duds. He was getting all Gucci'd. So I don't know if that was the label or not. So he says that I actually think this is funny. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. I just embellished my resume. That's it. And then he was like wondering aloud why no one was talking about the Biden stuff. Here's some of his remarks. This is yesterday. Audio sent by 4. Watch this.
For me to come out and talk to you guys. Look, this is the beginning of the ability for me to address and defend myself. We have an indictment. We have the information that the government wants to come after me on, and I'm going to comply. I've been complying throughout this entire process. I have no desire not to comply at this point. They've been gracious in there. Now I'm going to have to go and fight to defend myself. The reality is it's a witch hunt, because it makes no sense that in 4 months, 5 months, I'm indicted. You have Joe Biden's entire family receiving deposits from non-family members receiving money from foreign destinations into their bank accounts. It's been years of exposing. A lot of you here have reported on them, and yet no investigation is launched into them. I'm going to fight. I'm getting back to that. I'm going to fight my battle. I'm going to deliver. I'm going to fight the witch hunt. I'm going to take care of clearing my name, and I look forward to doing that.
He's got a point, though. You can't blame him. He does have a point. So they've been calling him the Long Island liar. So they said he's broken campaign finance laws, and he's stolen money from a dog, and he is behind a credit card fraud. And I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. They said that he loaned $700,000 to his congressional campaign. People were wondering where it came from. I mean, I don't know how he is $500,000 bail. I don't know how he made that, but whatever. I'm just here he brought up the Biden stuff, and they went, no, no, it's not. That's our media. Like they did with the Hunter Biden laptop. No, I mean, it's actually Hunter Biden, like with hookers and blow in a hotel room. No, it's Russian collusion. They all like Russian collusion. All the hens. That's all they did. I mean, they have not even. Let me lay this out. I'm going to come back to the Santos thing. James Comer, House Oversight. They had their big thing yesterday. They come out with all this stuff, and I think there's more things that are coming. And because Comer just didn't apparently show them video of Joe Biden looking at the camera and taking cash money from Xi Jinping and everything else and saying, thank you for this payoff, this bribe, Xi Jinping. Because they didn't have that, then it's a nothing burger. That's how they're treating it. Right? I mean, there was more evidence than that than there ever was in more collusion. I mean, there wasn't actually any evidence in there. They literally fabricated it out of the ether. And then you have tons of evidence. No, all those communist Chinese just gave Joe Biden millions of dollars because they're nice. What? That's what you have to believe in order to think that this is nothing. No, they just gave them millions of dollars because they're nice. And the Bidens were so proud of it, they hid it in all these shell companies. They were so proud. They wanted to put it in all these different companies and spread the pride.
It's so legal.
Yeah, much legals.
Yeah.
Oh, so much legals. That's literally this is a family. How many drug addicts do they have in that family? They gave them millions of dollars to a family where the guy was the VP and then running for president. And you're telling me that commies expected nothing in return? Really? I mean, they spent all day yesterday going on and on about George Santos. Like he's, oh my gosh. They spent so much time on this.